Hey there folks, Peter here with a QuickBooks Point of Sale Quickie. That's right, Peter from BlackRock Business. For your QuickBooks and Point of Sale needs, head on over to blackrockbusiness.com. Otherwise, today I'm going to talk about a question I get from time to time, and that is, does QuickBooks Point of Sale work for a blank store? I get asked all the time if it's going to work for these different types of stores. Today we're going to discuss whether point of sale works well for a liquor store. So I would say that QuickBooks Point of Sale works very well for a liquor store, and that would be probably for one of the main features in the inventory of QuickBooks Point of Sale. That feature is called multiple units of measure. And multiple units of measure in QuickBooks Point of Sale is when you order one type of unit from your vendor and you sell to your customer another type of unit. So in this case, you might order from the vendor by the box or by the case, and then you might sell to your customer by the bottle or by the each or by the unit, whatever you want to call it. So let's say you order from your vendor a case of beer, but you're going to sell them singly. Well, it works out perfectly because you can order from the vendor. Let's say a case costs $10 and there's 24 in a case or something like that. So you pay $10 to your vendor, and it works out because you're telling your vendor, I want a case of this. But when you get it, you want to split it up into 24 individual cans, I guess. And you want to sell those cans for $1.50 a piece. I'm sorry, I don't really know prices or the variables very well in this situation because I don't drink. But you get it, and as soon as you receive that case into your inventory when it arrives, suddenly it says you have 24 of these. And the math works out perfectly because you've set the price that you order it for, and you also have set the price that you sell it to your customer at for the single. And guess what? You can actually, on the make a sale screen, you can sell it by the case, and you can sell it by the single. And this is all set up when you are creating an inventory item in QuickBooks Point of Sale. You have to turn the setting on in your company settings for multiple units of measure, and then you need to put in each word for each unit, like case, I don't know, box of bottles. Then I don't know, your other units would be each or unit or bottle or can, something like that. And then when you're setting up the item, you just set up those different units of measure, and you tell Point of Sale how many of the smallest unit is in the bigger units. By the way, that smallest unit is called the base unit of measure. I've seen people set this up wrong a lot of times. You always want your base unit of measure in QuickBooks Point of Sale to be the smallest unit of measure for that particular product, because then you can build all of your larger units of measure by telling it the quantity of the smallest one. Make sense? Make sense? All right. So, does QuickBooks Point of Sale work well for a liquor store? Yes, I believe it does. The only thing it doesn't have, I would say, compared to some of the newest Point of Sale, is some sort of automated service where you can scan people's licenses and know if they're old enough. But hey, if you can't trust your employees to look at a license and know it's not counterfeit and do a piece of math like minus 21, let's see, do we have the right years here? If your employees can't do that, it's time to get new employees. All right. I would highly recommend that you use QuickBooks Point of Sale for your liquor store. It is an excellent point of sale for use in liquor stores. And that's about all I have for that QuickBooks Point of Sale Quickie. My name's Peter with BlackRock Business. You have yourself a great day.